spray the cat when it gets too close to the property or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, just whatever scares it.
But, I mean, that's also fine. That's not harming the cat.
No, it's just scaring it. It'll move on. I mean, there's tons of shit that scares a cat. I've seen Lebowski. He gets scared with fucking everything. Like, if you're going to be worried about something scaring a cat, then you got bigger fish to fry, I assure you, because everything scares cats.
Yeah.
That's why there's the phrase scaredy cat.
Exactly. But, I mean, just...
But to throw it off a table is like...
Yeah, just
what the hell's the matter with you?
Not only that, like, just, like, pretty much, like... fucking clotheslining this cat from under the fucking bed just to like get it out so I can say hi to it, and like the thing got out, came out from under the fucking bed, started growling and fucking hissed. And
I was gonna say it's gonna be really excited to see people after that.
Yeah, after that I'm just like, fuck.
Oh man, what a mess.
Satan says, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
Get going, you son of a whore!
Fucking.
Oh man!
I think next time my brother pulls up to the house, that's what I'm gonna get yelling at him.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll go over too well though. Just my mom looks at me like, "Are you calling me a whore?" Like, well, I mean, you had 3 kids.
Oh, and hey, so soon after Father's Day, how dare you?
Hey! I left a very, very loving note for my dad on Facebook.
I left a very loving note on Facebook.
I did, and not only that, I ordered him something very, very special for Father's Day. So,
right on.
Yeah, it's not going to get here till like the first week of July, though.
And I'm not going to ask you what it is because I know he listens.
I don't think he does because he's. I remember like.
Oh, so we're down to 1 listener now?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh no, I know there's somebody at Home Depot that actually listens to us now. It's this guy I know, Jimmy, over in the paint department. So Jimmy, what's up? How you doing, man?
Hey, Jimmy from the paint department.
Yeah. But yeah, like he was complaining. He's like, you guys swear too much. Like I tried listening at the office today, and it was fuck this and fuck that and shit, fuck shit, fuck. And I'm like, oh, what the...
What's the cat's name again?
The cat upstairs.
No, the cat who's complaining about scaring, or the cat who's complaining about swearing.
That's my dad.
Oh, your dad?
Yeah, that was my dad complaining about swearing. So.
Oh, I see. I thought you were talking about the dude from the paint department.
No. That was my dad.
Okay.
But just in my head, I'm just like, Jesus Christ, dude, I think he would be happy if we were just doing like a sports podcast, going, well, Alex Rodriguez went 3 for 4 today with a home run and a 2 RBI double. And it's like, I can't do that without calling somebody like A-Rod a fucking idiot. I said, and number 2, I was in radio for 5 fucking years, and there are program directors that are pretty much Nazis as to what you can and what you cannot do on the air. I still have a friend that works over at at ODS, and the attitude that you have to have there when you're on the air is that, oh, it's 75 degrees and it's sunny, nothing is wrong in the world. Well, we
offer a different perspective, a more realistic, maybe not more realistic, but more in tune with what we feel is realistic.
Right. I look at us as like, you know what, man? We're just
counterculture.
A counterculture, but really,
we're like the new Beat generation, man.
No, man. The way I look at it is, we're 2 idiots talking about what goes on in each other's lives. We curse in real life, so why not curse on the air? Because we can.
Right.
B, there's no program director saying, well, you shouldn't say this and you shouldn't say that and rabble, and I can do this job better than you. And I'm like, you know what? Fucking prove it then.
We use the language and the colloquialisms of our mutual interests.
Exactly.
And yes, that involves some vulgarity, perhaps large quantities of vulgarity, but I don't think that detracts from... And I understand you can't listen to that in the office, so for that I would apologize. But perhaps, the explicit would be a warning for that.
Yeah, and I mean,
but
it's...
Not to... I'm just saying, like, yes, we swear, but I don't think it necessarily takes away from the overall message. I mean...
No, and it's... And it, and
I don't know if we even have a message, though.
I don't think we do. Other than, you know what, just...
That's the thing. It's just us talking. That's always been the point. There is no message.
I don't think there's a message other than, to quote Bill and Ted, be excellent to each other.
Yes, yeah.
Just that, like, just, don't be a fucking asshole.
Right. If I had to categorize us, we're like the rant and rave section of Craigslist, where we're kind of seedy, and we talk about all the shit that we don't like, and occasionally we talk about the shit that we do like.
Yeah.
But we're still seedy all the way.
Yeah, but you know what, man?
But we have character. I like to think.
And here's one thing, man. I don't know if I told you the story on the podcast before, but when I was up in New Hampshire, apparently the morning show that I worked for, they were talking about a news story in which it said people don't like it when you swear on Facebook. And they look at me and they're like, well, do you swear on Facebook? I was like, well, yeah. They go, well, that means you're a bad person. I said, how? I'm like, how does that mean I'm a bad person? They said, well, people don't like it when you swear. I'm like, then they can, they can block my Facebook feed. They can unfriend me. That's fine. I don't care.
Exactly.
I said, look, what goes on my Facebook page, I stand behind 100%. I'm either cracking jokes about something else or just going, wow, this guy's an effing idiot who's got caught robbing a bank with using a dildo as a gun or something like that. I said,
yeah, I'm totally with you, dude.
I said, and I use that, like everybody else on Facebook, I use that as my fucking soapbox.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
That's basically what it's for.
Yeah, I do what I do on there because I can't do it here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was pointing in the studio. I'm like, I can't. It's like, that's like the nude beach that everybody wants to go to and everybody can have fun here. And this is like the church picnic. Where well, you're allowed to have fun, but there's a bunch of rules you need to follow here.
Oh, sir, you need your own place badly.
Yeah, I know.
Oh man.
But I mean,
it's funny because I was reading an article recently that was like, steps to start a podcast and things that you shouldn't do when you start a podcast. And they said, don't start a podcast where you just talk with somebody else. And I was like, that's funny because that's exactly what we do. We've been doing it for years. So fuck you.
Not only that, on like Podcast One, you go listen to any other podcast. It's you talking with somebody else.
Yeah. But they mean like don't just like they mean like you should have structure and format and shit. And I'm like, fuck that shit. And listen, we're not doing this for listeners or anything like that. But like, and that's kind of the point is like,
yeah, like
we don't care. We're just doing it because this is something that we want to do. And if you listen, cool. If you don't, whatever. I don't really care. It's not.
That's fine.
You skin off my nuts.
Exactly. Like we're not your cup of tea. I get it. That's fine.
I'm not getting paid. He's not getting paid.
Right. But to be fair, there are options. There's options out there.
Yeah. Ric Flair has a podcast. Fucking everybody has a podcast.
Fucking Shaq has a podcast now.
Shaq has a podcast.
Shaq has a fucking podcast. And what's he doing? He's talking with other people.
So see, there you go.
He's got a podcast. Penn Jillette's got a podcast. Chris Jericho, Steve Austin, fucking Eddie Trunk. And you know what they're doing? They're fucking talking to people.
Right. No structure. Just, hey, let's have an interview or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. And it's fucking interesting. Like, that's like, for me, what hooks me in is like, Eddie Trunk just talked to Sammy Hagar. Yeah, I'd love to hear what he's got going on right now.
Yeah.
Steve Austin.
You don't necessarily have, Sammy Hagar coming in, but whatever.
Yeah, but whatever. Like, okay, granted, we don't have guests on the level of like say Sammy Hagar, but we've talked to Kane Roberts, we've talked to Adam Richman,
Mick Foley.
We talked to Mick Foley
with his pants around his ankles.
Yeah, fucking pants around his ankles. And you know what, man? That's okay by me. That's okay by me because they were entertaining at the very least. They were entertaining, they got you thinking, or they were just like, wow, this guy's fucking awful, or whatever have you. I love how we got...
It's not like we're throwing cats off tables.
I was going to say, how do we get here from fucking throwing cats? But not only that, but like, when you and I started podcasting, I said, look, let's make it about a few things. Number one, it's not about how many listeners we get.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's number one. Because if we focus on that, we're going to be focusing on the wrong thing. I said, if we focus on each other, focus on the conversation, it'll make for a good podcast. I said, number two, it's therapy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you go to a session at a therapist's office. What are you doing? You're talking to another person. You know, and
Yeah, that's it.
sometimes that conversation gets angry. Sometimes it's fucking hilarious. You know, sometimes sometimes somebody in the room is playing devil's advocate, and it gets you thinking. But that's kind of the point. It gets a reaction out of you.
Right. One way or another, it starts the wheels turning.
Exactly. It's like, you go up to a guy and go, well, you go up to like a movie director, like, well, why do you make movies? It's like, because they want a reaction out of you, and they want money.
Mm-hmm.
They want a reaction out of
money
you.
first, but
Exactly, but you ask like
Michael Bay.
Fuck that.
Uh-oh. Here comes the bell again.
Fucking.
Get going, you son of a whore!
Fucking Michael Bay.
Look what I started.
You wanna get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Fucking.
Jesus Christ!
Once the Michael Keaton's out, it gets serious.
Yeah. Then it's like, all right, fight's on, motherfucker.
Lights on. You
Lights
want to
on.
get nuts? Let's use this tray as a bullet stopper.
Yeah. You want to get nuts? You're getting paid more. But yeah, like, we did this as therapy. Plus, it was a way. I saw it as a way for Bruce and I to at least stay connected every once in a while, like be it once a week or once every 2 weeks, whatever have you.
Yeah.
Whatever our schedules permitted. If there was something on our minds that we couldn't really talk about with somebody else, like, okay, we can bring it here. Probably nobody's gonna listen to this, so we don't have to worry about walking down fucking proverbial eggshells here.
Right. And some of the better moments, I gotta say, are some of the off-air stuff too, because like there's some things obviously we don't talk about on air for various reasons.
Yeah, but
sometimes that shit's even more therapeutic than the actual podcast.
Oh yeah.
Like, fuck that piece of fuck. All right, now we're live, and hey, how's it going?
Yeah, like, hey. Like Bruce.
But that's the point. Like, just like you said, just reconnecting and just keeping each other sane, really.
Yeah, like,
or as sane as we two fucks can be.
And believe me, there are times I've been fucking aggravated as hell, and I'm like, you know what? I'll talk about with Bruce. I'll talk with Bruce about this on a podcast. That'll fucking that'll get the fucking monkey off my back, and it feels good to fucking vent. And I know, like, you would listen to me vent just as well as I would listen to you vent.
Yeah, totally. You've talked me down for many a cliff, sir, and I'm hoping vice versa.
That's gonna be one strong cliff, though.
I don't think it's gonna hold, Scotty.
I always like picture myself as kind of like I don't know if you watch Futurama a lot or not, but the Jamaican guy was thinking about killing himself one episode, so he goes up to the building of the package delivery place they work at, and he's like, "That's it, I'm gonna jump." And then the fucking robot Bender's out at the street level. He's just like, "Do a flip." I'm like, even if it goes that way, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm okay with it. At least Bruce is being funny about it. Like, I can't take it, man. I'm gonna jump. Can you do a flip or a cannonball?
Do the truffle shuffle on your way down.
Like, okay, truffle shuffle. But yeah, man, it just like this is fucking therapy. Like, listening to me rant and rave about my ex-brother throwing a fucking cat.
Yeah. And like I said, that pisses me off probably just as much, maybe even more than you. Maybe. I don't know. It's close. Because I honest to God, I like animals more than I like most people.
Exactly.
I fucking hate people. But animals, cool as shit, man.
Yeah.
I'm cool with them. As long as they don't fuck with me, I'm cool with them.
Exactly.
Except for there was this one bee that stung me in the neck. I am not cool with that motherfucking bee. The only good thing is that it died, like right after, because that's how bees roll. Well, but that's the only fucking animal that I don't really dig.
Well, yeah, I'm cool with bees. Like, I've been stung by a bee before, but it was like a yellow jacket. It wasn't like a honeybee or anything like that. I'm like, all right, those motherfuckers, they're cool. That's fine. I got no problem with honeybees.